we have enjoyed a pleasant evening after we did get some thunderstorms during the afternoon. Thankfully, not much amounted to, though, in severe weather, and winds are out of the light out of the south and southwest at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, and that continues overnight tonight. Currently 79 degrees, humid, partly to mostly cloudy skies, and that will continue through much of the night. It will take a little bit for those clouds to thin out. Other than that, though, can't really necessarily complain too much about the conditions, although a little bit on the warm and humid side for this time of year. 74 tonight, winds light out of the south and southwest. Again, those continue. Maybe a stray shower chance or two, but outside of that, it will be mostly rain-free. But tomorrow, another weather-aware day is in effect. Scattered thunderstorms, some of those could be strong to severe, and the thing to mention with that is strong damaging wind gusts, small hail, and again, the frequent lightning and very heavy rain are on the table as well. So you need to keep an eye to the sky if you have any plans during the day tomorrow, and that's going to continue, by the way. Again, rain-free really across a lot of the southeast coast, and this pattern is going to be fairly consistent as you have disturbances tracking along a stationary boundary. And right now across the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, they're awaiting a very strong line of thunderstorms. Some of this energy does gradually work east, and the main concern with that, of course, is going to be those strong and severe thunderstorms. But let's not lose sight of the heat either, because temperatures in the upper 80s to lower 90s, and honestly, this is only just limited because of the cloud cover and developing rain and storms later on. In terms of these actual temperatures, you're still going to have heat index values getting close to 100 degrees, if not higher, especially the longer you are in direct sunlight through the day. This continues through the week, and it is still very early in the hot season, so your body is not quite acclimated yet. I want to make that known before we dive really into the thunderstorm chances. And again, possibility of about 20% coverage, but that's just some energy working across the area, not necessarily thinking, say, widespread coverage, but can't rule out that chance. Get some daytime heating involved. Of course, you get our convection, then our sea breeze pushes in. That's what starts to fire up more showers and storms. I don't agree with this model's timing, but looking like more of these isolated cells rather than a whole line segment pushing our way. But more of this will continue into portions of the evening. Again, you lose that daytime heating, the atmosphere stabilizes pretty significantly. Things do improve, but more of these storm complexes keep tracking across the area, but eventually the pattern does break down. And what we do get into by Tuesday is more so our normal sea breeze storm chances, and this model's not really resolving it too well, but you're going to have the possibility of those storms, but only about 40% coverage expected, and more of the activity does build in by the time, of course, you get towards the afternoon and evening. Weather aware day for your Monday tomorrow. This active pattern continues with these damaging wind threats being the main concern. And this is for virtually all of the coastal empire and low country, by the way, we do have that medium threat for severe weather. Now into Tuesday, it is more in the way of isolated severe storms, and this is generally along that sea breeze across our area. It's more so the chance for those strong wind gusts and small hail again, with some of the more intense cells that will start to collapse. But heavy rain and frequent lightning remain the big threats, along with the possibility for those wind gusts continuing in the area. Again, for tomorrow, just have your WSAV weather app downloaded. Again, have multiple ways to get those warnings. Have that ringer on as well. And if you are under a warning, and remember, severe thunderstorm warning for winds is no joke. You do want to have a plan, get to an interior room as necessary, keep those devices charged in case you do lose power. On the water, thunderstorms will be the main concern. Winds out of the west develop into a southwesterly flow, about 10 to 15 knots, 2 to 3 foot seas will continue as well. Next several days look to be pretty much, well, rinse and repeat, as I have said for the last few days, but weather aware tomorrow for the potential for severe thunderstorms, and we do keep this same pattern in through a lot of the week with no real break in sight.
Yeah, I don't like it. Not a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's